Aloha. Welcome to this edition of The Last Panel. I am Charles at Willis Scredia. I hope you're having a good Friday at what's left of it for those of you on the East Coast. Quickly, before we get started, I just want to say rest in peace, Catherine O'Hara.
Yeah.
Perhaps the
Wow.
funniest woman alive. Well, recently deceased. And that one
Take
kind of hits
two.
hard.
Third
Yeah.
time's the clarence, Charles.
But my heart's in the right place.
It
To
is.
my immediate right is Lapsed. Lapsed, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Been better, been worse.
I've had better days, put it that way. I've had better days, but for everything that's going on with my life, I'm actually in a good spot right now, so I'm okay.
It's good to hear.
Yes.
To Lapsed's right is Lunchbox Comics. Warren, how are you?
I'm doing good. Things are been busy, but I'm keeping up with everything. And my last video I made reacting to an article, a Jim Lee interview, is up to 130 views, and it's like my biggest one yet. And I'm very happy about that. And I added 2 subs, so I'm
Nice.
doing well.
That's
Good
awesome.
for you. To his lower right is Bob Loves Movies. Bob, how are you?
Well, I'm doing good. Trying to take off the coof, but otherwise I'm doing okay.
And to Bob's left, the lower left is artist Gray Poupe. Ray,
Hailing from France.
are you going to show us something with you? Are you mocking me with your hat?
No, I was making a little spreadsheet. So I apologize. I did not mean to offend your people by stealing your, stolen valor, so to speak. I only put this hat on when I do paintings. I apologize. I didn't realize
culture
my
is
camera
not
was
your
on.
costume, sir.
I get you. But yeah, happy to be here. Sorry to offend, but I'm sure it won't be the last time.
Yeah, so we're ranking our top 10 of Steven Spielberg's films, which there is, I think, over 30. If you watched any of the stuff we did recently, you'll notice that we don't have the same 10. So it shouldn't be any different this week. But he's got some heavy hitters. But
Yeah.
that's not to say he doesn't have some heavy hitters. Yikes. Anywho, I don't. Are you going to share that thing with us, Gray, or am I just going to
Here's looking at you, AI.
ghost run it?
I'll say this.
I apologize. I did not. So I keep doing it over the same screen that I've got my mute on. So I apologize. I said I was just doing the finishing touches, and I'll share it in 1 second. Hopefully you can vamp for like 60 seconds. Sorry to speak over you, Labs. Please go ahead. You were something.
Yeah, I was. So when I was looking at all the movies that he directed, and it was like some of them I forgot about, and then like it was almost kind of how when we did the Tim Burton ones, it was like, yeah, no, and with like one in between, and I'm like, oh man, it's so weird, right? You would think like with like Coppola and a couple of other guys, they were like better older, somewhat.
Oh, not Spielberg. Oh,
Not Spielberg though.
No.
And that's what I mean. I'm just a little bit interesting, like not him at all.
Once the calendar hit like 2010, it seems like he stopped trying or something, because I can't name you something in the last 50.
Well,
I mean,
there was one for me. For me, there was one.
Oh, you're a big Ready Player One fan, are you?
No.
Hey, I actually like Ready Player One, but it wasn't going to get near the top of my list.
Oh,
so.
see, that's all that matters. That's what the joke is intended
I like
for.
the book. I like the book.
Yeah, a lot of people like the book, right?
Yeah.
Isn't there a second book to Ready Player One? Ready
don't
Player
know.
Two, I guess. Right, yeah.
I wouldn't doubt it. But yeah, I read the book, I think a few years ago. Someone had told me about it, and I was like, oh, cool. It was before the movie came out.
Okay, so I'm going to swing around and ask everyone their gateway drug as far as Mr. Spielberg is concerned. Your introduction to Mr. Spielberg's work. Lapsed.
Jaws. It was Jaws. I remember it so vividly. Other movies had come out, but I was pretty young, and my neighbor, this is before we moved to religion land, but when we lived in New Jersey, my neighbor, he was my best friend. He got stung on the face, like right on the lip from a hornet or a bee or something. And I slept over his house, and he had this really awesome like TV room for the kids. He had a sister, and his mom let us rent Jaws.
Nice.
And we watched Jaws. She thought we were going to be like terrified, so she watched it with us. She was more scared of the movie than we were, but it was awesome. We loved it. That story, whenever the old sea captain guy is talking about the warship going down, was just like, that was like one of the few times we were silent during the movie. Like, Jesus Christ. But yeah, Jaws is what got me going.
Nice. Warren.
E.T. for me. Jaws was close though too, because I remember when I was 10, we went to Disneyland, and then we went over to the Hollywood's Universal, and we went on the ride that has the Jaws part on it, and I remember that. But yeah, for me it was E.T. I watched that one like on repeat on the VHS, and I just remember this kind of really weird but cool alien movie where he gets drunk, and then the kid's drunk at school, and just all sorts of fun shenanigans with the government.
Do you think that's where Jim Carrey in Dumb and Dumber got the most annoying sound in the world? It was like his impression of E.T.
It could have been. Elliot.
Elliot.
Bob, what about you?
It was either E.T. or Raiders of the Lost Ark. I don't remember which one I saw first, but I remember seeing both of those around that time. Now, I didn't really know that anything about Steven Spielberg or anything like that. It probably wasn't until Jaws when I was about 8 years old, 9, when I finally saw Jaws. And I remember somebody telling me, oh, this is the same guy who directed the Indiana Jones movies and E.T. And I was like, oh, okay. And at that point, I started putting it together that this guy was actually kind of a big deal. So,
Gray toupee.
Okay. You made me double check if I was in the wrong avatar. I mean, I can get the requested avatar. But,
Jesus.
yeah, I think my first taste was none other than the Temple o' Doom. I don't know why it was just always around, but yeah, that's another one of those that kind of traumatized me. I thought that, like, you know, exotic food meant monkey brains, and then the whole like bug door thing. But I don't know. All the others were always around. E.T. was always there, and then Jaws was always there for some reason. It took me forever to realize that it was the same dude. Oh, and Jurassic Park seems like it was always there. I didn't realize who he was until later, and then put everything together. But yeah, man, I think it's got to be Temple of Doom was my gateway. What about you, Charles? What was your gateway to the Spielberg?
Well, I had a single mom who raised me, so I wasn't really watching. My mom was in her 20s when I was in my childhood, so I wasn't really watching very many family films because she wasn't responsible with the way she showed stuff to me. So I would watch films with her brothers, and they were teenagers. So anything they were watching, I kind of snuck in on. I had seen Friday the 13th prior to any real Christmas classic, and her brothers told me about the scariest movie underwater, and this is after me seeing Friday the 13th, and it ended up being Jaws. And me as a little 5-year-old was pissed off that they didn't show the shark that much because, well, they show Jason a lot in the Jason movies. And sure enough, it didn't really hit me until I was at a beach sometime later, and that theme song hit anytime I was near the water, and it stuck with me. I don't think I swam that day. It was Jaws, and it had some sort of imprint, even though I have this backwards understanding of what horror villains are and how it works.
Heck, Jaws had people scared of bathtubs. Like, it was like pools. Like,
yeah, dude. I remember tons of people as I lived near Atlantic City when I was there. Tons of people at the boardwalk doing the when anybody went in the water. I'm like, screw you, man. I'm
Yeah.
going in.
Doing that near the water was like a big thing for a while. I
Mhm.
seem to remember that being like the thing you do if you're either a kid or a douchebag or both. Gray, do you have your
Here we go.
your show and tell?
Sure. It's not as purdy as most of the times.
Whoa,
Wasn't able to
Indiana
add little
Jones.
pictures in there.
Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull is kind of jutting in, but I don't think we have to
It
worry
is.
about that.
I don't think that's going to be an issue. I got a
Right.
feling it's not going to interfter with any of our scores.
Right.
Just
I
a
don't think
prediction.
so. I don't
That was my number one movie.
I know. Jeez,
Damn it.
guys. I'm gonna change that real quick.
It's just too bad Dial of Destiny wasn't directed by Spielberg. That would be
know.
number one.
That's the one issue with that movie.
The one.
Laps, why don't you start us off with your number 10?
Okay. My number 10 is Schindler's List.
Hmm.
And the reason why it's 10, it's not because I don't think it's an amazing movie. It's just really hard for me to watch it. Everything surrounding it, the way it's filmed, everything is fantastic. It's great. But I think it's a movie I've only seen twice. And that's weird for me because I'm very much like a creature of habit. I watch a lot of the same stuff over and over again. And it's his one movie where it's like, I remember the first time I saw it, I was just like, I got out of there and I was like, God damn, dude. Like, I don't like anything right now. Like nothing. I am enjoying nothing at the moment. And it's just one of those that, yeah, that's why. And I understand everything around it, how great it is, how it's filmed. That's the reason why it's 10.
Great. While you're adjusting it, why don't you put Indiana Jones 4 now that we've seen the full title? I think if you put Indiana Jones 4, we know what you're talking about, and it won't interfere in the yeah, that's it. Yeah, there you go. Nice. Okay. Warren, what about your 10?
I have Lincoln as my 10. Not bad for history picks. Daniel Day-Lewis did amazing in it. And it was interesting seeing how much stuff hasn't changed when it came to like Parliament and how they work. I mean, I don't know how accurate that stuff was, if they used actual transcripts like from those sessions, but it was very like watching Tommy Lee Jones, watching the political back and forth, watching and just the power that Daniel Day-Lewis put into that performance. A lot of these are so close, it's hard to put, it's hard to say, well, this is 10, 9. They're practically the same, but it's like, for me, I started off with Lincoln.
Nice. Bob, what do you got at 10?
This was tough because there are several below this that I could put up in the top 10, but I'm gonna go with Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. Of the actual Indiana Jones films, because there's only 3. This is probably the one that I watched the least, but it's still incredibly enjoyable. Any of these in the top 10, I really like them all, and even some of the ones below it I like. It's just those on the list here I do like better than Temple of Doom. But yeah, that's going to be number 10 for me. It's still a great film. I have a blast with it. It's just the one of the, again, real Indiana Jones films that I watched the least.
Nice. Gray.
Yeah, piggybacking off of Bob there, same. So I didn't realize how many Spielberg movies I truly love, and man, do I love Temple of Doom. It is my gateway Spielberg movie. It's the one that I always think of. It is my Indiana Jones. I don't know why we just didn't own Raiders of the Lost Ark, so this is like my Indiana Jones. But that being said, yeah, it's number 10 for me. Still love it, but I didn't realize I really love like 9 of his movies way more than this.
It's the one that feels out of the first trilogy. It's the one that feels the most different. Like it does, but it's still like got some of the best scenes in it, in my opinion.
Indeed.
You might as well shoot over to mine and put a 10 there because I agree. Temple of Doom
Oh.
at 10. It's weird because I have a different relationship with all of the Lucasfilm stuff. I didn't see it any of them until I was in my teens. And
Sorry.
did my choice frighten you, Greg?
It did. I got scared. I made this giant.
Are you pulling a Dave Chappelle in Screwed? I got scared.
No, kind of. I got a new mouse, and I got to be honest, I kind of hate the mouse. It does this auto scroll thing. So if I hit control, all of a sudden it just grabs the document, and it's an issue. So I think I got to bust out my old mouse. But
they sell the new razors for only $30, and they're dope.
Yeah, I should have gone that route. I did not. So it sucks. If I use the scroll wheel, it just keeps going. So like, I don't know, 10 seconds later, if I hit control, it just keeps minimizing documents. It's an user error. I understand. But sorry, it scares me. And I thought I was muted.
So we're going to do a Serpentine draft here. And I'll get my shocking number 9 out of the way right now. And that's E.T. Not that. I mean, listen, all of these movies are rather strong. E.T. is a movie that I never really got around to. I understand the charm of it. I think it's sweet, it's wholesome, but man, Steven Spielberg is a lot more than just a wholesome filmmaker. Excuse me. And it's just considering the person. I think if this were somebody else's repertoire, it'd be a little bit higher, but Steven Spielberg has a lot of bangers, and E.T. just doesn't hit the same way for me. I'm not saying it's bad or anything. It's just, 4 stars. There's just a bunch of 4.5 and 5-star movies that he's done. Laps, what do you got for number 9?
Lincoln. That was the one that I was saying in the past the 2010. That's the one that I really enjoyed.
Was it Lincoln 2008?
Was it
9?
I
could be wrong. It might be 12. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
I think it was 2012.
Yeah, I'm wrong. I'm always wrong. It's fine.
Yeah, it's 2012, Lincoln.
No, here's the thing. Even if it was 2008, it was like where I was looking past in those, that was the one for me that I was like, I really did like this movie. And it was just, for me, it's just Daniel Day-Lewis, man. I mean, he was on a really good role when he came back. He was gone for so long, and Leonardo DiCaprio tells that story about when they got him back for Gangs in New York. He was literally cobbling shoes somewhere in Italy. Like, he was like off the grid making shoes. So he comes back and just is better than everybody else and did Lincoln, and that was amazing.
Nice.
So,
Warren, 9.
Oh, for me was Temple of Doom.
Wow.
Out of the 3 Indiana Jones movies, this one kind of it was so different than Raiders, and it was when I was younger, it was almost like I was almost like weirded out by it. But as I got older, I do enjoy it. There's a lot of great stuff in it, and I almost appreciate it for being different. But it's not, for me, it's not as good as the other 2. I did try to do the whole Onum Shabai on my brother, though, but it didn't work when we tried it. So
I think the whole death cult thing, kind of like, I don't know, it takes away a little bit from it. I mean, as cool as that is, it's like, yeah, okay.
Well, like the other ones were kind of adventure movies where they were going to different sites and moving, and this one was really located kind of like in one area.
Well, when he got there, yes, when he got there,
yeah. Great. But Bob, what do you got for number 9? 8? 9?
I got
9.
E.T.
Oh, I don't feel that bad anymore.
Yeah, no, I think E.T.'s a solid movie. It's a lot of fun, especially when you're a kid. I think I enjoyed it more as a kid than what I probably do now. But I still agree with you, Charles. It is definitely a wholesome movie. It's just one of those that you can go watch and you come out smiling at the end of it. It's not his best film, but it's an enjoyable film. And because it is a wholesome film, that's also why I enjoy it more than Temple of Doom, and I have it ranked above that because it's one that actually makes me smile. Where Temple of Doom, I'm like, oh, I got.
Yeah, Et is definitely a movie. of
Et.
all time.
What is et? It's et.
E.T.
Yeah, no, I was doing a Faith No More thing.
Yeah, I know.
Gray, are you done? Are you done fidgeting?
I think so for right this second. I think that makes it a little bit more palatable for the eyes. But yeah, sure, done fidgeting. I'm sorry, Bob. I'm a total jerk.
He's got Ed.
Which one did you say it was?
E.T.
E.T. That is correct. I was just testing you. All right, I guess you really do think that. Weird.
Gray, you're gonna give your 9 and your 8.
Okay. Well, I went a different way with my extraterrestrials for my number
Jackie
9.
Brown.
Again, I absolutely love this one, but yeah, I just found some that I love a little bit more. But man, it's so iconic. Close Encounters of a Third Kind. Just I love this film. It's one of my favorite Dreyfuss performances. And my God, how many times has the mashed potatoes been parodied? So yeah, to me, still an amazing movie, but yeah, I've got it at number 9. And then I went a little different way with some Aliens again, and I think as shitty as it is, it still somehow works so amazingly for me.
Oh, wow.
It is like the only Tom Cruise performance that I'm like, okay, I really can't see anybody else in that particular weird ass role. And then when you combine that with what is it, Scary Movie 5, whichever one that is that parodies War of the Worlds. I don't know. They're just so enmeshed in my nostalgia. What can I say? I love that film just slightly more. I could watch that one anytime, and I have way too many times. It's, I don't know, far too catchy for me. It's kind of like candy in a weird way.
In case you're only listening, Gray chose Snore of the Worlds for number 8.
I'm just saying, I'll put it up against any War of the Worlds movie within the last 20 years.
Right. you mean the Amazon Prime one? How
the coin
dare
toss.
you?
Any of them, really.
How dare you?
Thank you, Gray. Your diversity is well documented. Bob, going right back to you. Number 8.
Number 8. Catch Me If You Can.
I'll try. Oh, I see.
I don't know why. I really like this movie. I have a lot of fun watching this one.
It's a great movie.
Watching DiCaprio, some of the things that he does in the movie, I think is pretty cool. I love the scene where he's with that lady of the night with Jennifer Garner, and he writes her a check.
he gets change. He gets her to give him money.
He gets change. Yes, he gets change. So I thought that was great. Also, the scene where he walks in and he's about to catch DiCaprio, and DiCaprio's pretending like he's an agent, and he leaves the wall with him. He's like,
so
"You
funny.
hold on to it. I trust you." So, I think that movie's a lot of fun. So I got Catch Me If You Can at number 8.
I agree. Warren, what do you got at 8?
I got E.T.
Oh,
I
I
agree
feel less and less bad now. Okay.
I feel I'm the same with Bob said. Like, I enjoyed it as a kid, but it's not as rewatchable now that I'm older. So I did enjoy it as a child, but then now it's kind of like,
Fuck E.T. Dumbass movie.
Wholesome is boring. Laps, what do you got for 8?
Catch Me If You Can.
Oh, we're going on a little bit of a run here.
Like it's pretty much everything that Bob said, and the story behind the guy. Have you ever seen the guy who the movie's based on, his interviews on Johnny Carson, where he actually
Frank Abagnale?
Yeah, where he actually talks about the checks and he used what do you call it? What are they? What's
Bank
the
checks?
Cashier's checks, maybe.
Yeah.
Might have been that. But yeah, he
Traveler's
got him there.
checks?
Yeah, something that was as good as cash, and got the lady of the night to whatever to pay him the extra out of it. Like, 'cause she was like, oh, it's only $200 for the night or whatever, and he had $1,000 whatever, and gave it to her, and she gave him $800. Like, just like she paid you $800 for the simp sex that you just had. Like, like there's something about that is very appealing. And plus Leonardo DiCaprio and Tom Hanks. That really didn't think that I would like that pairing as much as I did. And
Yeah.
that they really played off each other really well. And yeah, so it's just a fun all around movie for me to watch.
Real quick, the other scene I really like is when he's trying to pretend to be a doctor. He's got those 2 ER doctors. You concur?
Yeah, and then when he walks away, they're like, "Oh, I should have just said yes." All right, so that's me. I'm doing 2 in a row. Number 8 for me is The Lost World, the original Jurassic Park Part 2. Yeah,
wow.
I have different
maybe
taste
I could
buds.
skip putting that one on the list. My bad.
Yeah, how dare you, sir? Make sure you have AI in there too.
Yeah,
But-
Jeff Goldblum in New York City. Like, come on, people.
So some of the reasons that people kind of poo-poo this movie is one of the reasons that I really enjoy this movie. Steven Spielberg does tension really well, and when the fucking the bus is over the cliff and they're like pressed on the glass, that whole segment there is just absolutely incredible. And yeah, there's no dinosaurs in that moment technically, but it's still pretty damn tense. And like you said, the characters that are in the movie are still quite entertaining, and the story's engaging. And if I told you to pick between this and any of the worlds, I think it would be a really easy choice. But,
even the war of them's fighting words. Okay, if I may counter, yeah, you got to put them on the glass scene, but what about the raptor gymnastics?
I was
Come
just
on.
thinking that.
Yeah, listen, you're
Hey,
gonna have
we
to
don't
eat
know what
shit.
raptors could do. We're just guessing here. Okay. For all we know, that's what they can do.
Yeah. Yeah.
With feathers too.
If I eat shit, doesn't change the fact that I still had cake. and that glass scene was pretty cakey.
It was, dude. When it
Fair
started
enough.
splinting, like when it just
Yeah, you see
Yeah,
under her
dude.
hands cracking. Yeah, I'm a bit like
Phenomenal.
to give you guys an idea, I'm a bit more of a horror thriller kind of guy, and that stuff like totally plays into stuff that I really, really dig. And with that said, my number 7 is Minority Report. My only complaints about Minority Report is the cinematography. It looks garbagey. I realize that it may be appealing to some people, like all the lens flares and all that shit. Not my favorite. I'm pretty sure J.J. Abrams has like masturbated quite a few times to that movie. But
Mhm.
I like the idea. The premise of the movie is really interesting, and it feels to me that Spielberg, in between the 90s and early 2000s, just like was firing on all cylinders, and he made this and Catch Me If You Can in the same year, and those are pretty heavy hitters. And I think 93 he did both Schindler's List and Jurassic Park. The guy's a maniac. It seems like he's better when he's doing 2 at the same time. But
so are most men.
good catch, Laps. While you're on your arc there, go ahead and give me your 7.
My 7th is Hook.
Ooh,
Hook.
ooh.
Yeah. What? You don't like Hook?
I thought I was going to be the only one with Hook in my top 10.
I like Hook. What do you want from me? Like
It's okay.
that came out when I was really, really like starting to smoke a lot of pot.
Laps, you have to grow up someday. You know that, right?
I do. Wait a minute. Wait a minute here. I have a job, sir. But no, I like, there was a bunch of things that I didn't like about it, but it's very nostalgic. It reminds me of a lot of marijuana and a lot of mind altering substances.
Oh, yeah. Monty Bruce in the chat says Hook's a top 5 for me. All right. Well, again, like
That's reasonable, Monty.
this is something of a spoiler for me, but like some of the children's stuff, it just doesn't strike the same way for me. Mostly because I didn't watch it as a
How
child.
dare
So
you?
yeah.
It's not children's stuff.
Excuse
Very
me, I
close-minded.
didn't mean to offend.
Well, you gotta
Warren.
think like I was 15 when that movie came out.
Yeah,
Okay.
so you're too old. Keep going.
Well, like I said, that's why it reminds me of marijuana. You didn't watch. Okay, so in your teen years with your friends experimenting with drugs, you didn't watch stupid shit.
Dare you.
Yeah.
It's not stupid
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, you
Yeah, but
did.
there was some sort of innocence to it, and my mom usually like tainted it because when I was 13, my friend was talking to me on the phone about 69. My mother goes, "He's full of shit," and I was like, "Wait, what is 69?"
Well-
It was my mother that told me what the hell he was talking about. So I wasn't exactly the most sharp kid in the
So you
block.
got to remember from like the ages of like 10 to 15, I was in that religious cult stuff.
Oh,
So I didn't get to see
Reb-
shit.
so you're rebelling then?
I was rebelling with Hook and marijuana.
Quite a twofer.
Bunch of weed, dude. Like it was fun,
Got
man.
hooked.
It was fun.
Warren, what do you got at 7?
I have Hook. I absolutely
wow.
love the movie. I love Robin Williams' performance in it. It's just all around good. I was young enough where I didn't have pot, but when I did start smoking pot, Hook became better. So I do understand what Laps is saying. But yeah, I have Hook on there too. I absolutely adore that movie.
Maybe I should watch Hook Stoned.
You
I'm
notice
doing
how
it
they're
wrong.
not making fun of you, Warren? Me.
Yeah, it seems
I'm
like
not
a reasonable
comfortable with
choice that
him.
Warren had.
It seems very reasonable. No, Warren's only like 4 years younger than me.
Bob, what do you got at 7?
Hook.
This is incredible.
So,
was this wait?
okay,
was this the shit after the cake part you were talking
Yeah.
about?
Yeah.
So I didn't watch Hook after using a bunch of mind-altering substances.
Right.
You should.
I've actually avoided that my whole life. I've never even smoked a cigarette. I'm proud to say.
Oh,
That's
It
good.
just never interested me growing up. So I enjoyed it just as it was meant to be enjoyed.
You watch
But
it on DMT.
but no, it doesn't mean I don't have my other vices. I've got plenty of those, but it's just not in that area. But anyway, Hook. This was a movie I saw with my sister, and so I have fond memories of that. My sister passed away middle of last year,
Oh, man.
and so it's a movie that I've seen actually since she passed away, and I always look back on it with fond memories because it was something that I enjoyed with her. But the movie itself is just awesome. Dustin Hoffman, Robin Williams, I love it. Hook's a blast.
Gray. Are you doing it too?
So I respect Bob and Warren's decision there. So mine, well, it doesn't get the highest score on IMDb. It only gets like a 6.8, and on Letterboxd it gets 3.4. So it's consistent. But yeah, nostalgia value through the roof. For me, I also have Hook as
You
number
know
7. I just wanted to give Laps some shit, but I would totally put it higher. But man, he's got some that are just masterpieces. But yeah, to me, Hook just, man, it's one of the best Hoffman performances. It's one of the best Robin Williams performances. And then it's just got some scenes like the food fight scene, Rufio. Like, I don't know, man. They're just like etched into my memory at this point. They're very visceral scenes and they work perfectly. And just, this is a masterpiece. How dare you call it shit,
Yeah,
Charles?
So very, very clearly,
You were wrong,
I'm
sir.
the asshole. Like
Oh, I forgot Dame Maggie Smith.
It has
Indeed.
been determined. Gray, give us your 6 while you're at it too.
Sure. So another masterpiece, but a different route. I got Schindler's List on this one. Just powerful film. It's one of them I don't want to go back to often, but every time I do, it is just powerful again. Amazing performances, really haunting, and then the visuals, his choice of color, while on the nose and in like M. Night Shyamalan's version. It seems over the top, but somehow it really works here. Can't say enough good about it. Just it would be higher if it was more rewatchable for me. But
It's the only
Schindler's
time
List.
you're gonna get like Spielberg and MC Chamois Pants in the same sentence. You know?
Yeah, just like the use of red. I don't know.
No, I know.
I've
I
seen
know.
it
What, I
compared.
actually, I know what you mean. I actually know. That's why I said it. I actually agree with you on that.
Yeah, but Shyamalan uses water. Like water is always something
Wait.
very clearly a thing for him.
Wait, there are ladies in water, okay, that you just don't even know about. Sometimes they get old, you see, and sometimes you might have to throw them on an alien.
The
in their
beach that ages
grave.
people.
The beach that ages people.
Bob, we're coming back to you for 6.
Schindler's List. I got this one at number 6. I think Schindler's List is a fantastic movie. That scene at the end where Liam Neeson is saying, "This car, this is 10 people here. This pin, this is 2 more people." That breaks me when I watch it. I think it's one of his best. The only reason I don't have it higher is just because it's not one that I rewatch a whole lot. But I can't deny that it is definitely one of his best films.
War in 6.
Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Whoa.
It was my intro into Indiana Jones. I absolutely adore the movie. I just like the other one on the list better than this one. So this one gets my 6th spot. Nothing's better than Indiana Jones taking on Nazis. So it also too, it did kind of get ruined by Big Bang Theory, when essentially it's like you could take Indiana Jones out of that movie and the same thing would have happened. So it's kind of that always kind of like marked it for me.
It's true. It
is so true though. Like,
and then I just disavowed any knowledge of that short from YouTube because I did it and I was like, God damn it.
I know. As soon as I heard it, I couldn't forget it. I was like, I tried to argue it in my brain, but I was like, no, they would have just got the medallion, got the ark, opened it up, and all died by weird Jewish space ghosts. So yeah, it was
coast to coast.
But I still love the movie though.
Lapsed number 6.
Close Encounters. Just love the movie. I love it.
That's it.
What else can you really say? I mean,
dynamite entry.
Well, Gray had it on his list beforehand, so unless I want to read from the script, he already gave all the good points.
I need to rewatch this because I watched it as a kid, and I just was not as into it.
Likewise,
because like E.T., you have E.T. there. There was much more going on as a kid. Maybe I should read to rewatch it because I don't remember it as fondly.
Yeah, watching it as a non-child, some of the pacing seems a little. It takes a little bit of a while to get there. The whimsy of things isn't quite as hard hitting as it probably was when it first came out. But to my 6. Go on.
I was of the ripe old age of 1 when this movie came out. So, I didn't see it then, but when I did see it, it was like I was really young and I had never seen a movie like that. It was a lot of atmosphere that I guess that drew me in. And when you're, young and you're watching a movie for the first time, and plus when I watched this, we had a youth group that we did in the summertime. It wasn't like camp or anything. Like they just drove you there. That was one of the movies that we watched. And everybody liked it. And I had a fun time with it. So it might be nostalgia bait for me. I have not seen it in a very, very long time.
Mm-hmm.
So if I watched it again, I might not, think the same way, but I probably haven't seen that movie since the 80s.
Yeah, that makes sense actually. So my number 6 is yours, and I'll just go right ahead to my part 5 after that. My 5 is
what did you say your 6 was?
I said it. I said it was Jaws. Part 5 is
you just skipped over that? Just
Oh, Jaws?
Yeah.
No, I said it perfectly clear. Jaws at 6.
no, but the reasoning of why it's there, you just like you just it's Jaws. And number 5 is
let's not focus on that.
Okay. Fine. You know?
No, it's very good. I understand why people love it, and wouldn't be shocked if it's number 1 for some people. But he's got a really good set of movies here. I'm sure I would put most of these movies above any other director's entire catalog, but movies hit people for different reasons, and Jaws, I'd prefer to watch 5 other Steven Spielberg movies. And
There's
number
nothing
5,
wrong with that. There's
I
nothing
hope
wrong
so.
with that.
Number 5 is Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade.
There's
My
nothing wrong with that.
I enjoy the ride on that. I quite do. And Sean Connery, I didn't realize I needed Sean Connery in Indiana Jones movie, but it really kind of works for me.
Junior.
Junior.
Yeah, so
yeah, that's the name of the dog.
Was that
yeah. Was that
River Phoenix is like was that one of his
his-
like
one of his
last
last, right?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, because weren't they going to do like a prequel
the young
series? Or
yeah.
something?
Yes, I think he died before the movie came out, right? I could be wrong. But I thought
I believe that's correct.
okay.
Yeah, I think he died before the movie released, and then they ended up doing the Young Indiana Jones Chronicles with someone else.
Brutal. Yeah. So again, all of the Lucasfilm stuff I didn't see until my teens. So
Okay.
I was late on the Star Wars. I was late on the Indiana Jones movies, and like that, that entire childhood of majesty just wasn't there for me. So, kind of speeding through all of the Star Warses and all of the Indiana Joneses, it could be something as simple as, it's the last taste I had of Indiana Jones, and I enjoyed. It's weird that you can end a trilogy and have it feel good. I don't think we know how to do that anymore, but
No, we don't.
It could be
no.
something like that. And
You're right. It was like one of the best endings to like that style of, well, just a movie in general, but like an actual trilogy.
Yeah,
You
and
felt
thank
like,
God,
okay, there you go.
thank God Hollywood didn't buckle and decide to make more Indiana Joneses after that, because that would have been sad, really sad. Lapsed year 5.
5. At 5, I have Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Ooh, a flip flop.
Yep.
Oh no, not a flip flop. I have it wrong. Yeah. Okay. I'll just
So
stay here.
for me, this was I saw this after Jaws. So like I had seen Jaws first, and we had back when my family was like an actual family and we would do stuff together. This was one of the movies that I remember we watched together as a family. And my grandfather was there, like everybody was there, and it was a lot of fun. We used to do like with the neighbors, they had a bunch of crab pots, and then we'd have like this big crab boil and all this stuff, and we would watch a movie all together. And they had yeah. That's back when you could go to the library and get the reels, and we would watch it outside. Yeah, we watched it outside on one of those like school pull down freaking screens. It was really
Nice.
cool. Yeah, and there was like a whole bunch of people there and a bunch of kids. It was a lot of fun. So that like I don't know, it was something about it, like the adventure of it, and that it just was cool.
You might have nostalgia for the shared experience too. Like that
Yeah.
that happens every now and again when someone's like, yeah, I like when I saw Avengers Endgame, I saw that with a packed house. I'm not that big into comic stuff, but that experience was incredible for me. So it might like tick the movie up in my memory because of the shared experience. But I digest.
I will be
Warren.
50, Doc Mortis, this year.
Doc's lapsed with 1 when Close Encounters came out. He checked out reels from
I
the
didn't
library.
check out the reels. I was not the person that was in there.
He just rented the car to go pick it up at that point.
That's
all.
right. I rented the car for the other little person to go get it, and they did.
Warren, what do you got at 5?
Number 5, I have Jaws.
Oh, nice.
God damn it, Doc. But you remember it. Yes, I do. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Jaws number 5. Remember watching it when I was younger. I appreciate it more now than I did then. And it is a absolutely great film. And to be honest, like, my top 6 are interchangeable almost. I mean, except for the top 3 are pretty strong. But yeah, this one was just a great film, well paced, just classic Spielberg goodness. It just doesn't go quite into the feels. It was much more of like a summer blockbuster horror then, because he does horror and tension really well, even though he doesn't dive in and does straight horror.
Right.
I would almost be interesting to see him do that, because he does handle tension very well. Like even in The Lost World, that tension with that scene, but at the same time, we also have the guy trying to save them with the wench, and that was almost comical at the same time as the RVs like going there. And then after all of that work, he finally saves them, and then I think he gets eaten. But yeah, it's
we're talking about the cake, not the shit, Gray.
Great. Have you ever seen a raptor?
I have, and I've always thought it would look great on the parallel bars,
the uneven bars.
Uneven bars.
The raptor didn't do gymnastics. The girl did to kick the rat. Come on.
Yeah.
No,
they
I
were just in
understood,
awe
but
at
I
her
was
talent.
like,
They were like, "What?"
those elements must be combined.
I mean, that's better than Chris Pratt whispering to him.
Hey, anything better than number 3 with Jimmy?
Well,
parachuting all over the place, and fucking
There's a shot there that like speaks to like impending doom or tension in Lost World, where you see like the tracks in the grass, and then the tracks in the grass
was cool.
Slowly. I mean, it's a shot. It's like a 5-second thing, but it's neat. There's no real dialogue, but it visually informs you that shit's going down, things are changing.
That's what Alien 3 could have been and was supposed to be. Supposedly that was kind of a stolen idea from the one script of Alien 3. But anyway, I
hired Spielberg then.
Agreed.
What are we up to? Which way are we going? 4? Who's on 4? Bob? 4? 5?
No, I'm on 5. Yeah,
5.
Jaws.
Oh, I should stop being so insecure.
Everyone Jaws at 5.
Okay, so for Jaws, I saw it, like I said earlier, that was probably about 8 or 9 years old when I saw it. It terrified me from going into the water, but I also developed a fascination for sharks that I did several science projects on sharks and stuff like that. And I love Shark Week to this day because of Jaws. So I just developed this fascination with them. And like Warren, I appreciate the movie even more now than what I did as a kid. The only reason it's not higher on my list is just because the ones above it I like a little bit more.
Gray 5.
Yeah. Well, I thought this was going to be my most controversial take, but instead it will be the next one. Yeah, I also have Jaws at 5. Again, I didn't realize how many Spielberg movies I love. I absolutely love Jaws, and every scene in it is damn iconic. I think this is like it's definitely top 5 Dreyfuss performance. I think it's number 3 for me. I absolutely love this movie, but yeah, he's got 4 of them that I just love a little bit more. And yeah, I'm just shocked that Charles would put it so low. How dare you?
I don't like fun. What do you want me to say? Ray, stick with us and give us your 4 while you're at it.
So I think this is probably my most controversial one. I understand it's not his best. People don't mimic this. There isn't a ride at Universal based off of this. But man, for me, just the nostalgia value, I guess it's just there. It is just kind of perfect for me. So yeah, I've got Minority Report, oddly, at 4. I'm sure that's way too high for many of you. But what can I say? I really enjoy it. I kind of dig what it was based off of, the Philip K. Dick stuff. But man, what this actually ended up being, I don't know why. It feels like it shouldn't work, but Tom Cruise in gloves just touching the air, it really works for me. And then you got the oracles with the weird balls for no reason. Yeah, I'm all in.
Think of how
It
much
just
actual
shows you
science
how
that
you
it
could screw this up,
did, you know,
especially
like,
with
that it influenced.
What was that, Laps?
There was a movie that was compared to it that just came out, and it shows you how bad this could have been. But man, it just works for me. So yeah, I get it. I have it too high, but me,
Oh,
sentimental value on this.
Ray, I would have been up there with you
subjectively,
if the cinematography didn't
4.
look like someone smashed a light bulb in the screen.
I get what you're saying, but it started a generation of films looking like shit, and man, it did it better than them.
Well, it set a precedent. And
You
It's
know,
I'm so
not
happy for it.
sci-fi unless there's
It
a
also influenced a lot of technology as well.
Oh yeah, didn't like the Apple whatever the hell they did, the pinching, get inspired
Yeah,
from
a
that?
lot of light technology too. Like
That's
how,
awesome.
yeah. Yep.
Not as scandalous as you would think, Ray. If it looked clean, I probably would have put it as high myself. We're going back
I
to
just
you,
have
Bob.
a feeling I got it the highest of everybody.
I
but
said
we'll
we're
see.
going back to Bob now. Sorry, Gray. I can't see your face. I don't know. I don't know if you're taking the joke well or not. Bob, number 4.
For me, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. I really wanted to put this higher because it is actually my favorite of the Indiana Jones films. I just think I think Raiders is actually better, and you'll see where that falls on my list. But yeah, it's actually my favorite though because I love the dynamic between him and his father. I think that's hilarious. It's well played throughout. It's funny that Sean Connery's only like 12 years older than Harrison Ford at this point, but that beard and him acting the way that he does through the whole movie just makes it so believable that he's so much older than Indy.
Dude,
So
you need to watch Lost and look at John Locke's father, where you're like, wait a minute.
Dude,
How
yes.
was there age separation?
Yes. Good
Sorry,
God.
so yeah, I got it at number 4. Like I said, I wish I could put it higher, but yeah.
Okay. Warren, 4.
Yeah, I've been cheating off of Bob's list because I have Last Crusade at 4 also. So Last Crusade is my favorite Indiana Jones movie. I think it's everything that Raiders is, but more. And it just really resounded with me. Maybe it was that when it came out at the age I watched in theaters, just the performance with Connery and with just everything was just so good about that movie. And I find it more rewatchable than Raiders and definitely more than Temple of Doom. But
I agree.
not that Raiders is bad. It's just,
Right.
I think Last Crusade is the best Indiana Jones movie altogether.
Yeah, I agree with that. Lapsed 4.
Saving Private Ryan.
Hmm.
I love that movie.
Hmm.
Think it's a great movie.
So you're the first to talk about it. So you've got to set the precedent now with charm and praise, sir.
Well, I mean, it's interesting that it's, you know, when you hear the name of the movie, you know, you're thinking like, okay, that's gonna be the focal point, like the main character in the movie.
Mhm.
But when it's not, it's like, and you see the journey that they go through, and you know, I mean, who else doesn't want to be in a tank running down Tom Hanks with a handgun? You know. I'm in that tank, everyone. That's me. No.
Thank you, Lapsed.
It's just a movie that I really like, and it's a war movie that's still like it. A lot of war movies, I think they hold up just because of what it's about, you know. And you could watch a lot of even older war movies, but this one has a lot of the effects and a lot of the stuff, and it's gritty. It's probably his grittiest movie that he's made.
Yeah.
And
Go on.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
no,
go
ahead.
I was going to crack a dumb joke. For those of you who are watching today, 80 years ago, there was these thing called Nazis, and they haven't really been referenced at all since.
Yeah, you
So,
think so, right? That's why I always say to people like that say the Nazi thing, and I'm like, that's. I mean, I kind of see what you're saying, but it's really disrespectful to the people that I don't see any Bradley tanks rolling down my street.
Well, there used to be
know.
Hollywood's disposable villain. I mean,
For sure.
like,
Dude,
it was
every
like,
year.
yeah, like who do we need to fight? Just throw some Nazis
Yeah.
in there, and you'll
Yeah.
be fine because no one cares if you kill a Nazi. So,
And that's how Hitler tied his shoesies.
Well, every year, if you watch the Oscars, like at least one film has some sort of Nazi theme to it. Like, we got to put our Oscar bait Nazi movie out this year, once a year at least. Speaking of which, sticking with the lovely men in gray, my number 4 is Schindler's Fist. How do I say this? I don't enjoy it, but I appreciate what it is. When you talk about like film school movies, I'd much rather rewatch Schindler's List than something like, I don't know, a lot of movies that they make you watch. Citizen Kane. I'd much rather watch Schindler's List than Citizen Kane, although Citizen Kane's a bit lighter. You have a lot to learn from Citizen Kane, but as brutal as Schindler's List is, there's still something it still hits you if you know what's happening. It's like an emotional movie, even if you know what's coming. And from a technical aspect, it's quite incredible. Oh, I got to go again, don't I? Here's my
critically. It gets a 9.0 on IMDb and a 4.5 on Letterboxd, so it is high praises.
Yeah, I'm going to lose some of that now. Number 3 for me is Catch Me If You Can. I have quite a good time with this movie. Thanks for that lead in, Gray.
Wow, that's a great movie. Man.
Just in case you were wondering. Wait, never mind. I don't have the IMDb stats for that one.
Gray's like, yeah. What is it? He's like, yeah. Schindler's List is voted the 3rd best film of all time. Oh, what do you got for number 3, Charles? Oh, Catch Me If You Can, number 1,326 on the list. Okay, great. But yeah, I have fun with it. I didn't know how much I needed DiCaprio and Tom Hanks in the same movie, and it's kind of like a fun romp, oddly enough. And like I never thought I'd be rooting for crime as much as you do during that movie. Like it's really weird. Like there's some nefarious shit that happens. You're like, yeah, trick them out. Yeah, write fake checks. But there's something about Spielberg in that like 10 to 15 year period between like 1992 and 2007 that he was firing on all cylinders. He was making different types of movies and they were all like just hitting on so many different levels. But this is it. Catch Me If You Can might be the maybe not the, but the like dramedy thing that I'll watch the most of his. The 2 I have above this, I'll certainly watch more, but this is the closest thing to a light experience. Like when you go out, you don't really process too much, but I think it works for both perspectives. Gray, no, not Gray. Excuse me. Lapsed, number 3.
I got Jaws. Jaws is number 3 for me. Like I said at the beginning of the show, very nostalgic for me. First Spielberg movie I ever saw. It's just everything about it, man. Like even when you go to like Jaws 2 and the continuity was still there before, Jaws 3D came and blew our minds. But it just, I don't know. There's something about it. Like there's so many different actual like movies in it. You have like the old spurned policeman movie that's in it. You also have cause the guy, yeah. But you also have the horror aspect of it, and you get a lot of of like the stories based on it. Like you get a lot of the military stories, and let's not forget that you get the science in it.
The science.
The science.
That's how I learned how to take out a shark.
And you find out that sharks like science, so they eat it. and then you can shoot it and it explodes.
But man, some amazing
Science.
iconic shots in there too, like
There are, yeah.
the push in. Just
No.
so
No.
iconic.
That is a Hitchcock shot. Don't do that, Gray.
What can I
Still
say?
iconic.
People know it in color a little bit better.
Well,
But
It
was
was
an
in color the
amazing
first
homage.
time.
Well,
works.
think about it this way. It could be used again because like there's a lot of guys in sports that have made the same 3-point shot, but some are more iconic than the others, right?
Yeah. I just don't like the idea of people talking about Jaws like it was the first time the Vertigo shot
Hey,
was
you
done.
ranked it number 6. How dare you?
I didn't rank it for its cinematography though.
I got vertigo and I got it.
You pipe down there, Doc. 3, Warren. What do you got at 3?
Well, my top 3, like I said before, are interchangeable, but I'm going to start off with number 3 as being Jurassic Park.
Ooh.
I feel Jurassic Park holds up to this day. The special effects holds up. The story holds up. It's iconic. I was in the theater with that scene where they pull up in the Jeep and then they realize that the dinosaurs are there and like the look at the brontosauruses and just the way it turns into almost like a horror film about halfway through it. For me, it is just today like there's films today that don't even have as good as special effects as what Jurassic Park has, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful movie. And
the
Gave us the
reason
best meme song of all time.
oh yeah,
Best meme song of all time. Holy fucking shit! It's a dinosaur.
but the reason that is because they did a hybrid. They did some practical, some digital, which is what they really should do at all times if they can. But yeah, I agree with
I
you.
saw it in theaters, it blew me away. It's
Right.
like I thought, like, did they build a walking T-Rex? Like I was like, and they damn near did. I mean, it didn't walk, but it was like
They had this massive head that was
Yeah,
mechanical.
and it casts
Yeah.
a shadow. Like there's something
Yes.
there that like you could definitely tell that it's in the space with him, and like that helps the fear factor at the very least.
And I learned that T-Rexes can't see you if you don't move. You know,
how do we know that?
but like, let's be honest, like it's got one of the best 4K Blu-ray, releases, the upgraded version where they fix a lot of the green screening. Because if you do catch it on regular TV, you will notice the green screening a lot.
Oh.
Do notice it, but the upgraded steel box is fucking brilliant.
Yeah, I refuse to watch until I hook up my sound system.
That
Keep meaning
yeah.
to.
I have a nice sound system upstairs, and it's freaking incredible on it.
Absolutely. Bob, what do you got for 3?
Jurassic Park.
Holy fucking shit!
So just to kind of add to everything that was already said about Jurassic Park, part of what makes some of those scenes so iconic is the score.
Oh, yes.
So like the scene where they're coming in on the helicopter and coming in towards the island with the Jurassic Park theme. Warren, you already mentioned the scene with the Jeep. The score when it's playing during that scene, that just brings chills to me every time that I see that. So yeah, especially where right after Hammond says "Welcome to Jurassic Park" and you see Alan Grant looking and you see them in the background. He's like, they move in herds, and that's in the way the scores just hit, and it's awesome. So for me, Jurassic Park number 3.
And like,
Hey,
what about
you like the third Jurassic Park? That wasn't a Spielberg movie.
what about the T-Rex sound? Even though we know it doesn't really sound like that, that was one of the. Dude, if you saw that in a theater, that was one of the coolest fucking things, man.
oh yeah,
That sound is just nuts.
And
Incredible.
the Goldblum chest open up, like just lounging when they after he got
perfect.
injured.
Big pile of shit. The guy.
Oh, that's
getting
still
eaten.
memed to this day.
And then when the T-Rex eats the lawyer.
Oh,
Oh,
Samuel L. Jackson's arm.
hold on to your
Well,
butts.
As long as we're
Newman?
reminiscing on this.
Newman?
I also have it at 3, and that was the part that I was going to bring up. What about the movie that starts it and ends it? Come on, Dennis Nedry.
Yep.
You got Wayne Knight in there. He's just so awesome. Dodson, We got a doctor. Like, it's just everything about it is so amazing. Sneaking out the embryos inside of the little shaving cream, like that always amazed me as a kid. And then you get to the again the just man, that thing is amazing, and that sticks with you, and that's such just an earworm that I can never forget. And then just his whole end with the Dilophosaur or whatever that got me obsessed and frightened of like frilled lizards and shit. Like I was convinced that all of them could spit like that, and it's just a matter of time before they got us all.
Dude, the funniest thing was in schools at that time, I remember having this conversation quite a bit, was all we talked about was the shaving cream can. And they're definitely making a new one. And they didn't reference it. Doc says, let's be real. The 4K treatment was so that we could appreciate every single hair on Jeff Goldblum's chest. Indeed.
So
But the movie has like just the right amount of Goldblum, just the right amount of Samuel L. Jackson. Like it has all these elements that just match so amazingly. But
it is the Jeff Goldie blocks Goldblum.
Clever gray.
Yeah. So I fully support it, and I think that's the third time that all three of us have been exactly the same.
And you always
I think
copy
3,
That's
5, and 7. Hell yeah!
It's always you late to the party.
Ooh, does that mean we get 1 as well? It appears every odd number from 7 on we're matching here.
Well, we're gonna learn 2 from you right now. Stick with us and give us your number 2. Give us your shit. Not
Here
your
is
cake.
probably where we lose.
Is this a controversial pick?
Jackie Brown.
It's controversial to me. So this one, it's a high score. It's 8.6 on IMDb, and it's 4.2 on Letterboxd.
Jesus.
To me, there's one more that I enjoy watching more than this, but to me, this is just cinematically damn near perfect. So I have Saving Private Ryan as number 2. Just man, the way that he slows down the frame rate, like right as bullets hit. So like when the squib packs blow up, just you get this mist. Man, it is so visceral. And then what they did with sound design, I remember seeing this in theater. It had to be like one of the re-releases, but I think this is one of the first ones I saw in IMAX, and just my God, it kind of rocked my world. To this day, I just absolutely love his depiction of it, and I think it is kind of his darkest film. But man, I dig it. There's just one I enjoy watching more. Otherwise, this would be my top one.
Bob, what do you got for number 2?
Saving Private Ryan. For everything that Gray said, this is to me his most realistic film in a lot of ways too, as far as the realism when it comes to like the special effects and stuff like that. I mean, you had people who their PTSD was kicking in when they were watching this movie, and it's really something watching that first 20 minutes or so when they hit the beach. And then the story itself, I mean, is just I think a pretty powerful story, watching all these guys turn around and give their lives to get one of them out of there. And it wasn't something they really wanted to do. It was something, they were ordered to do. And I love what Tom Hanks says, he better go on to create a new light bulb or something here, because I don't think it's going to be worth it. And then right there at the end, he tells him, earn this. And it fades back into him there at the gravesite, and you see his family and whatnot. And
I thought his name was Ernest.
Was it?
I thought he said it's Ernest. His name is Ernest.
No,
I could be wrong. Don't take me as factual.
I think you're thinking Ernest goes to the military.
he says Ernest on this one.
Yeah, Ernest.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so I've been thinking he was saying his name is Ernest the whole time.
Yeah, no, but he tells him earn this, and it fades back into with his family there, and he's wondering, living all these years, did I live a good life? Did I earn this? And so I thought, it's a pretty incredible story. So yeah, it's number 2 for me.
Warren.
Well, to keep the thing going, number 2 for me is Saving Private Ryan. The opening war scene is one of the if not the best battle scene probably ever filmed. I saw an interview with Matt Damon recently where Spielberg films in chronological or in order of the script, so he came in later, and he asked him about the beginning. And originally they planned to have a bunch of dialogue, like the soldiers and sergeants saying stuff along those lines, and Spielberg took all of it out, and it was just kind of his directing decisions like that just turned in and made it to one of the best probably war films of all time. And that opening scene is just it's just amazing. And that scene at the end where the shot and then it switches over to old man Ryan, that was just a beautiful shot. And yeah, I absolutely love that movie. It's such a good film.
Nice. Lapsed 2.
Number 2, I have Jurassic Park. Jurassic Park, yeah, fantastic movie. It was so much fun to see in the theater. Just everything everybody said, but I think it's one of those things that like dinosaurs like always sell for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
They just do.
Mm-hmm.
And this was like one of the first ones where it was like, oh, this is what it could have possibly looked like if they were, if you were around during that time. Now we know more now that they're more bird related, but
I don't want to see dinosaurs with feathers.
I don't either. I'm being like, I don't either, so it just, oh man, I could still watch this movie. I could put it on as soon as we're done here and still have a great time watching it. And if you have kids, it's one of the cooler movies to show your kids when they're like 10 or 11, like that age. It's because it will blow their mind. It just does. Because like you watch it on a good system, nice sound system, and a good TV, because they hear about dinosaurs, they know what they are, and then to see it, it's always the same reaction. They just look like all 4 of my kids have, well, 3. My youngest hasn't watched it yet, but my other 3 looked at me all the same, and they were like, "Jesus Christ!" And I'm like, "Yeah, imagine living with that shit." Like, awesome.
Nice. So I'll keep it going. Number 2 for me is Jurassic Park. If for all of the reasons everyone said, we're pretty close on all of these, because it's 2-2-3-3-3 as far as the group is concerned. Yeah,
We didn't mention Raptor Kitchen.
Yeah, Raptor
That is a
Kitchen,
great scene though.
which if you watch, what the hell is it? There's one of the Winnie the Pooh universe movies that just came out last year. Bambi the Reckoning. Those filmmakers are big fans of Jurassic Park because they do Raptor Kitchen in that movie, and it's like shot for shot. It's kind of, I don't know if it's offensive or what, but
well, if my dog could open my kitchen door and my front door, then a raptor can open a fucking door.
Well, they have big brain cavities because it showed us earlier in the movie. Yeah.
but the feathers will get in the way, so they won't be able to use their
Well,
hands.
That's true. I go with movie logic.
Yeah, like the fact that Jurassic Park has like something from everything here, like the majesty that I talked about. Like the first half an hour, you're like, oh my God, this is incredible looking. And I forgot which one of you said it. I think it was Bob talking about the score. The score kind of like totally parallel matches your feelings and what you're supposed to be feeling. And then it starts raining and it gets dark. And then it just becomes this horror thriller movie. And it's really good for what it is. And it's something of a dark comedy the entire way. Like very bleak and a black comedy. And just it's an extremely solid movie. I think if you want to know how to make a big budget film, you should try to emulate this and do 50-50 on the FX and the practical effects and the CGI effects. But
put the money where it's supposed to go. That is a movie where you're like, oh, okay, I understand where all the money went to. Like, I get it.
Yeah.
Right. And
not when you see a $300 million movie and you watch it and it's like, here's the hot dog scene. Look at that. You see them boil that water? That was real. We had to fly special effects people in for that because we couldn't just fucking film a pot of boiling water.
We had to create that bun in post.
Yeah, that looks so real.
Number one for me is Saving Private Ryan. I happened to see this in a theater, and yeah, the thing they tell you about when you write films is to like get them, like grab them immediately. And I don't know, there's not really dialogue in the beginning of this movie. It's just you're just mouth agape as it's like the gnarliest war scene you can witness. And if it ever comes out, I would suggest watching it in a theater or watching it on the best sound system possible, because the closest thing I can compare it to is when Civil War came out a year or two ago. The audio from the gunshots was like it really felt like you were in the room in it, and it had this zip. It had this like punch to it, and just multiply that by 10. Saving Private Ryan, the first 20 minutes just beats the shit out of you, and it's just a long trek. And for as difficult a movie as it is to watch, it's worth the journey. I'll say. Number one for me is SPR. Lapsed, what do you got at one?
Indiana Jones Last Crusade. I saw it in the theater. It was probably my favorite theater experience. And yeah, just awesome. Really cool. Like that's still back when like people like would go see movies, like a good movie on a random night, because we were like, we knew it was a big movie and we're like, well, we're gonna go on a day that it's not, you know, a big day, and it was still packed. It was fucking packed. And it was like after it had been out for a few weeks. So like it was such an awesome time. And I had already seen Raiders of the Lost Ark. I didn't see Temple of Doom by that point. And it's probably because of all the, you know, crazy stuff in it at that point. But like, yeah, you know, I saw it very close afterwards because, you know, I was like, look, people, you know, like, because I was in that weird church thing. And like, I was surprised we were even able to go see what they would call a secular movie. But yeah, it was awesome. It was great. It felt like being a human being again to me. So that's probably one of my favorites. But Jurassic Park is, for me, like, because Jurassic Park is the first movie for home systems it was the first movie that used DTS, right? First movie that used DTS sound, introduced that, and Spielberg was really huge into that. So when he did the IMAX for Saving Private Ryan, they used like analog audio that was redone into digital. So it was like straight analog. That's why you get like the really visceral sounds that you get, like Gray was talking about, like when they slow down the bullets and you get the mist and you can hear everything. And if you ever get a chance to watch the making of that movie, when they get to the sound design part, it's very intriguing, like how they did everything and how they used like camera audio and then actual like boom mics and shotgun mics and all this stuff to like record actual like real bullets and pathways and stuff. It was amazing, man. But yeah, sorry, I got off tangent there. But yeah, the Indiana Jones Last Crusade was my favorite movie going experience. So that's why I put it in number one.
Nice. Warren, what do you got at one?
This movie, I have Schindler's List.
Ooh.
For me, I actually watched this for the first time in my senior history class. My history teacher was big on letting us watch movies. We'd have to do the parent signature deal. And I remember this was one of the movies that I got to see. It was just, yeah, I still get struck and hurt and like tear up at the last scene when he's like talking about what his watch, how many people that could have saved. And just, it was just like one of those movies that just really, it's almost like the Passion of the Christ, but for World War II Holocaust movies, because it's very brutal and it depicts it in a way that's so visceral that it may not be even close to the atrocity level that went on,
Sure.
but you almost feel like for a bit that you kind of not even understand, but you kind of know. And especially seeing that as a senior, it was a very poignant way to kind of hammer in the atrocities of what was going on to the Jewish people during World War II. And I remember the audible gasps in the classroom when you get to see the fate of the girl with the red. And it was just, Liam Neeson as Liam, he was absolutely amazing. I mean, I put it over Saving Private Ryan just because of the emotional impact it had on me when I watched it. And I mean, I do agree with you guys that it's not as rewatchable because it is so brutal. But at the same time, though, I kind of appreciate what it was saying and why it is the way it is and the way it was shot. And it was, to me, seemed like more of a personal film than Saving Private Ryan for him. And it was just, to me, I just think it's like his best work. It's just gorgeous.
It's a rewarding experience too. Like you could probably watch it once every 15 years and really have your fill or your fix.
Yeah.
You just had to throw in that you got to be a senior in school. Just had to throw that in there. Maybe some of us didn't go to school there, Warren.
Well, I'm sorry.
Bob, what do you got at 1?
All right. For me, my number 1 film here is what I would consider a perfect film. I would give this a 10 out of 10 score. We're talking, George Lucas, Steven Spielberg coming together with Harrison Ford and Karen Allen. It's easily Indiana Jones and Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. It's without a doubt. No, it's going to be Raiders of the Lost Ark. I consider this a near perfect film. There's a lot of everything. It's pretty much everything is set up is paid off. This kind of goes back to what we were talking about with the Nazis being, easy villains to throw in there. I mean, you see a bunch of Nazis melting, at one point.
Dude,
but just the adventure,
the shit out of me, by the way.
Yeah, it does. But just the adventure that they go on. I thought it was kind of an interesting arc for Indiana Jones because he's kind of a science guy, or based on fact and stuff like that, not superstition. You see him at the beginning of the movie saying, I'm not into this magic or hocus pocus or any of that stuff. And in fact, when those 2 guys from the government come and ask him about the ark, they ask him, well, what's all this coming out of there? Oh, it's fire, power of God or something, he just kind of waves it off. But then at the end, when they're tied up, he's telling Marion, keep your eyes shut. Here at this point, he's become a believer that there's something powerful here. And so just seeing him kind of go on this little arc, I really enjoyed that. The adventure's fun. The characters are fun. John Rhys Davies is great in this as well. Overall, it's just a blast, this movie. So Raiders of the Lost Ark.
It has one of the best fight scenes that explains a character to a T. After he gets his ass beat and they square off and he just pulls out the gun and shoots him. That is perfect. Every time I see it, I just laugh. I'm like,
it's
I
no
don't
Kelly
think that
Bob.
was scripted either. I think that was kind of like something he did, and they
I think it was improv from my understanding.
It's great because he knew the character. Like, it explains him in so many ways. Like, he tried and tried and tried, and then he's like, fuck this. Boom, see ya, and just walks away. It's fantastic.
And I love it when he's trying to get the ark off the plane, and that giant German comes out and he's like, come here, and he's like, okay.
Plus the ending, man. The end. How many times has that been parodied?
Oh yeah, the ending's awesome, and that goes back to what I said about Jurassic Park. The score to this is awesome. The theme for the Ark of the Covenant itself, I think, is a fantastic theme. When he's there in the map room and that theme is playing, I think it's just awesome.
Plus,
So,
it's very reminiscent to Superman.
well, John Williams.
Hey, it's great regardless.
Gray, round us off here. Number one.
Yeah. So, not to be an asshole and say that there's a better Nazi movie that Spielberg was involved in, but yeah, I think both Warren and Bob are wrong. There is one that is superior. It teaches the hard lessons, it shows the atrocities, but then at the same time, it's infinitely watchable. And I think Lapsed was totally right. But yeah, hey, that changed me. Yeah. Lapsed is totally right. What can I say? Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade is just iconic. Like every scene in there is just amazing. I can quote every scene, I do believe. I can turn it on at any point, and I just enjoy watching every single thing from the stamp scene, like that is so iconic, getting down to hiding in the tomb with rats going everywhere, and then it becomes this flood. Just man, I absolutely love everything about this. Spokes in the tricycle motorcycle thing, putting a
boats.
lance in there. Just man, everything about it. The boats with the propeller. Just getting to only the penitent man shall pass. The entire thing of following the journal. The thing of again, like young Indiana Jones. None of this should work, but man, it's just infinitely watchable. I don't know if it is just nostalgia for me. Perhaps it's the same with Laps, but man, this thing just hits on so many levels. And then it is my favorite Sean Connery performance of anything he's ever done. It is the right amount of just like comedy, but at the same time heart. And there is some risk in this, but man, so many scenes that just stand out to me. They didn't have tickets. Like, man, everything about this. I just absolutely love this movie.
No tickets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, how often do you get Hitler's autograph?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you see the atrocities. Man, they hated books. How dare they?
Mm-hmm.
So something I wanted to touch on. Luckily, we didn't have any of it come up, but Gray, I'm noticing you left off Duel and Sugarland Express. Those are movies that he made prior to Jaws.
I kind of assumed we weren't choosing them.
That's fine. That's as you were right. And it seems like the last 8 or 9 movies or so, I don't know how much further down it goes after Lincoln. It's interesting.
Quite a bit.
Yeah, it's like if you look at that bottom 10 or so, he's not really making an impact on many of us there in the later years.
I mean, Lincoln, but it's hard to get Daniel Day-Lewis to screw up.
Go on.
For Nightmare and Nerdscapes asked, didn't Young Indiana Jones come out before? No, it came out after. I believe it ran from 92 to 96. Last Crusade was 89.
So
just mean the iconic thing with the hat, the whip, the circus train, the snakes.
Excluding Lincoln, which would you guys say is Spielberg's best work post Catch Me If You Can?
Well, for me, War of the Worlds.
Yes.
But where do you guys go?
Bob, what do you got for?
I would have said Lincoln, but again, we're excluding that. So probably the one that I enjoy the most after that is probably Ready Player One. That's probably the one I enjoy most of these others.
Mm-hmm.
And I know it's a bad movie, but I still kind of like Indiana Jones and Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. It's like traitor. I would not put this in my top 10.
You traitor.
I probably wouldn't even put it in the top 15. But I just happen to like it. Better. I just happen to like it. It's one of those kind of guilty pleasures where I know it's a bad movie, but you know what? I still like the fact that he's still swinging the whip around. They take his age into account a little bit where, he swings at one point, misses, and then lands back in the truck. And he's like, gosh, I thought that was closer, and it's, so they acknowledge some of that stuff. But I would say if we're excluding Lincoln, it's got to be Ready Player One.
Warren, what do you got from that bottom chunk there?
Oh, this is tough because I don't like any of these.
Yeah, see, like it's there's like a
Yeah.
noticeable difference between him and his prime and
'Cause
lately.
I don't like War of the Worlds for two reasons. One, I'm a huge fan of the radio play, and it was just did not do it any justice.
Amazon did it better.
And two, Tom Cruise, I still stand by. There's not any movie that he's in that you couldn't switch him out and make it a better movie.
Whoa.
How dare you? They
I
tried
don't know
it.
about that.
I will
Look at
go.
Scary Movie 5.
I will go Ready Player One just because I got to see a Gundam fight a Mecha Godzilla. So I'll go with that one then.
Okay. Lapsed.
Either the Terminal or I don't know, because I have not seen West Side Story or The Fabelmans, but I know people liked it.
Yeah. West Side Story
I'm not-
won an
Charles says
Oscar. I
West Side
think.
Story.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, it's not something that I would watch.
Weird.
Like my wife loved it. So either the Terminal or Ready Player One. Like, honestly.
Yeah. And I would actually probably pick Bridge of Spies.
How is that? I haven't
It's
seen
not
it,
too bad.
so-
It's all right. I wouldn't like recommend it if my life was depending on it, but it's a solid flick and takes place during a post Germany, post Nazi Germany. So Spielberg's got a certain thing he likes sticking to. Yeah, it's solid. It's in my opinion, it's the most solid thing he's done recently. Like the Fabelmans feels kind of, I don't know. I think I'm turned off to movies that are like love letters to making movies, and
Gotcha.
the Fabelmans is something like a pseudo self story or whatever. I don't know. It's schmaltzy to me. And yeah, Ready Player One is just too much. I enjoy the Shining scene in Ready Player One because that was incredible looking.
For me, I think the reason why I would pick that as one of them is because there is stuff in it that is good. Where I look at there's a couple that I haven't seen, like Bridge of Spies, so I don't know about it. The Adventures of Tintin as a movie is fine. Like if you're into that, it's fine. It's an okay children's movie. Like I've seen it because one of my kids wanted to see it, and it's a fine children's adventure movie, But if we're looking at like Spielberg for what we would watch for, that's not something I would go out of my way to watch. But it's a well shot, like animated, cool movie. There's some cool stuff in it.
Yeah.
But Gray, what do you think, man? Because you know a lot of like everything on there. So
Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree with the takes that are given. I don't think War of the Worlds is the greatest up there, but for some reason it has rewatch value for me. I've watched it way too many times now. I think it is partially the nostalgia of, is it Scary Movie 5? It's one of the scary movies that goes hard into it.
I like this movie because a different movie references it.
No, it's all wrapped up into that same nostalgia thing for me. Usually I hate Tom Cruise, but that kind of got me to like him. West Side Story is kind of a straightforward version of that. Like I saw a local theater presentation. It seemed about the same. It didn't seem like they brought anything special to it, where like the original one is kind of fun or whatever. So I don't know. I think I'd probably go Ready Player One after that.
I'm suggesting that we have a Tom Cruise themed episode because between what Warren said and what you're saying, I would like to have an open discourse on Tom Cruise and what quality he is to cinema.
Just expect Minority Report at the top of this. I'm just saying.
we could do that in 2 weeks. That
Yeah, I
gives
was just-
people time. No, that because next week we're doing the top 10, our own top 10 animated Disney movies.
No, it doesn't have to be
Oh,
rushed.
hell
It's
yeah.
just hearing these interesting takes.
But that would
I think
still
it's-
be a fun thing to do.
I agree.
Because it's not us always talking about something that we all like. Like that would be kind of fun. Go ahead, Warren. Sorry.
I will say, I love Tom Cruise movies. Like Maverick.
You just would take him out of them, is what you're
It's
saying.
just I don't feel like he adds anything to the movie. Like The Last
It's
Samurai is a
Days
beautiful
of
film.
Thunder, sir.
Days of Thunder. Take him out and put Bill Paxton.
What about
in there, and it's a
Cocktail?
better
Who could flip
movie.
a bottle like that?
I mean, I haven't seen a movie that Tom Cruise is in where he adds enough to it where I feel like you couldn't take him out
Vanilla
and put a better
Sky.
actor.
Name me
Still.
one actor who could run to camera the way Tom Cruise
'Cause
does.
I love the Mission Impossible series. I love a lot of stuff that he's in, but it's almost.
Can you show me the money?
So
Interchangeable, like
is-
except for maybe Tropic Thunder, because I don't know him doing that whole role
That
is
grossed me.
amazing.
Mhm.
But at the same time, though, it's like Last Samurai, like it would be better with other actors. I think Val Kilmer could be changed out with him for most of his career, and it would be a better movie.
this is a very interesting comment that Nightmares and Nerdscapes made. And it says, oh, yeah, Ready Player One had some of the best brand cooperation in the film since Who Framed Roger Rabbit. And why that's interesting is I believe the guy who owned Who Framed Roger Rabbit, he got the rights back to it, didn't he? And they're making something with it. Did I hear? I could. Someone look that up because I believe something happened where the Roger Rabbit is coming back. I could be
Probably
wrong.
A remake
but-
because Hollywood.
I could be wrong, but someone look that up for me
They're going to do a live action one
to
for
see.
Disney.
To see. No, I believe something happened with the rights for Disney. I'm not 100% sure, but I swear I heard something about.
Yeah,
that.
according to this article I'm looking at, it said that the creator Gary K. Wolf reclaims his Toon universe that he has the rights back. So
Yeah, and he said he's doing something else because he wanted to do something more with it.
In this one article, Who Framed Roger Rabbit live action spinoff focusing on Jessica Rabbit reportedly in production, and that was in November 11th of 2025.
Yeah, there's gonna
wow,
be like
recently.
a whole like Toonverse thing going on.
Cool.
Yeah, so that's pretty interesting because Roger Rabbit, it's like one movie and still has like some presence at Disney theme parks, and it's like, if that's it, like really Disney, you couldn't figure out anything else to do with him.
Yeah.
Like really?
they did those little cartoon shorts that they would put before movies, but that was about it.
Right.
Oh.
And I think those were contracted though whenever they made the original movie and they got spread out over like 15 or 20, something like that.
Yeah.
So I can't remember exactly what it was. And Nerd Safe said it'll probably be on OnlyFans. The Jessica Rabbit.
So to speak to how valuable Steven Spielberg is as multiple things in Hollywood, if we were to include this list with films that he's a producer on, you would have things like Back to the Future, Goonies, the 80s. If you liked a kid, if you liked a film in the 80s as a child, chances are Steven Spielberg had something to do with it. And you know, it also
Prince
says
of
something.
Egypt. I believe he was a
Oh,
producer
really?
on that one too. Yeah,
Okay.
I believe he was part of that too.
Yeah,
That's
so
crazy.
people can be
Did you
of
want
value.
that back up, Gray? Oh, sorry. Okay, sorry.
He did.
No, you're
Sorry.
good. Go ahead. You're good.
Yeah, I was saving it. I don't know if that requested it again. My bad.
No,
No.
I was asking, did you want that back up? Because I just removed
No, thank
it.
you.
No, okay.
We're good.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Charles.
And like Doc says, Back to the Future better have been up there in that case. And I think if we did
for sure.
include, if you include the stuff that he was a producer on, that list gets infinitely more difficult.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah.
Steven Spielberg is one of the MVPs, depending on what title he has and what work he's doing behind the scenes. But you know, there's a theory that on Poltergeist he technically was the director.
Oh man, Toby Hooper, all the way.
Tobe Hooper.
I
Yeah,
mean, you think about it from like 76 to freaking 2000 something, he was on top of his game. And even past then made a few that we all saw, like, you know, that we like.
Yeah, the fact that
That's a long ass time to be popping out good flicks.
And if you look at Hollywood, like a producer must have a lot of creative control, because like if you look at like a Michael Bay film that Jerry Bruckheimer produced compared to just a Michael Bay film, you could tell a massive difference.
Yep.
And like Spielberg's fingerprints are all over Goonies.
Mm-hmm.
It's all over Back to the Future. And it's like, yes, they had directors, but it's amazing on how much a producer, especially one with that much influence, can have over a film, to the point where it's like, I thought Back to the Future was a Spielberg movie, and then it's like, oh no, he just produced it. But yeah, he might as well have directed it, because his fingerprints are all over it.
Right.
Yeah, and you think about the fact that Lucas, Spielberg, and I forgot who the third one is. Shit. There's a third. The LA directors that are all close, and like between them, like any film that's worthwhile was made by one of them.
Right.
It's wild. Just how important Spielberg is to some sort of pop culture thing of your youth. Robert Zemeckis, is it Robert Zemeckis?
Yeah, I think that's who you were thinking of. I was about to say that until Doc Mortis put that in the chat.
Yeah, so like, I don't know, there's a solid like lapse, that solid 30, 40 years straight where they're just
Are you guys excited for his new film?
I'll
the
check
Weather
it out.
Girl movie?
Kind of am.
Yeah,
What
the
is it?
one with like the
Disclosure Day?
aliens or whatever.
Disclosure Day, yeah. Look, like
Sounds
y'all were
interesting.
like y'all were saying, I mean, he just consistently brought out hits. I mean, I would almost call him the Tom Cruise of directors and producers. Like,
He does have great teeth.
constantly putting out hit after hit. But no, yeah, I'm excited to see that new one. I want to see if he can kind of recapture some of that earlier magic that he had, and maybe he can now that he's going back to Aliens. So
It'd be awesome, man. I mean, there's not really a director out there that when you have that name attached, that it's instantly like, okay, let's see what this is about. Like West Side Story, like for me, my wife, that was something. It's just not something, even if it was, you know, directed by the best director and the face, written by the best, it's just not my type of thing. I'm not a musical type person. I just don't like him.
Yeah,
But-
the fact that Spielberg can wear like multiple hats.
That
like,
hat, right?
I think if you asked Tarantino to make a family friendly movie, he's going to have a hard time.
yeah,
Right. You
Where
go from
Spielberg,
Saving Private Ryan to West Side Story,
right?
You know,
Yeah.
all in between. I mean,
Well, I mean, even like the alien films, like E.T. to Close Encounters of the Third Kind, are drastically different kinds of movies, you know. And I am kind of surprised he hasn't just dipped his toes into full horror and done a horror movie.
I'm surprised we haven't gotten Et 2. Revenge of the Barrymore.
We need to combine E.T. with the Aliens franchise and then be perfect.
Ooh.
Dude, imagine if they went to ET's planet and then Alf shows up too on its way to Melmac.
Wait, no,
Dude,
Gordon Shumway himself?
Gordon Shumway himself.
E.T. was present during the Emperor's speech in Star Wars, so E.T. is actually in that universe. Thank you very much.
yes.
Oh yeah, that is true. That is
E.T.'s
true.
people.
Yep.
I don't know what they voted, so I don't know if they're for the Empire or.
They're definitely
Oh.
an Empire type people.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely.
Etelians are pro.
They just go with the flow, like whatever the group
Like,
says.
yeah,
We're here.
We don't want really much trouble. And then when you ask them, they just go, eh. They're like,
Blowfinger.
that's a yes.
Well, if we got ET too, is he going to get stoned this time instead of drinking? Are we going to get like a him smoking pot scene? Like-
I mean, yeah.
Yes.
I want to see E.T.
E.T.
showing
on
on meth. No, on meth. Just have him like shoveling for no apparent reason.
E.T. the guidance counselor.
He turns into a fentanyl zombie.
Good Lord.
I know this was recent news and no one really had time to prepare, but does anyone have like a favorite Catherine O'Hara performance that like you think of when you think of her?
I mean, Home
Oh,
Alone, you know,
Home
you
Alone
think,
is
you
usually
think
what I
of
go
just because of how iconic it was. And I still say, and I've said this before, if it wasn't for how bad she freaking out, and because you look at the rest of the family and they're all just kind of like,
Yeah.
oh, my stupid 8-year-old brothers that freaking at home, we're in France. Like, what? Like, good Lord, people.
Yeah, that's bad parenting up there with like the Taken parents.
Yeah. Also, the scene in Beetlejuice where they're dancing and whatnot
Dale
at the dinner table.
Mhm.
I mean, yeah, that's iconic as well.
Yeah, as far as comedy is concerned, she did a bunch of stuff with Christopher Guest,
Everything.
and yeah, we lost a solid female comedic actress, and Monty in the chat says Beetlejuice. She was actually quite all right in Beetlejuice too, where I thought they
Creek, I know she was. People liked her in that.
Yeah, like
She was amazing as Moira in Schitt's Creek, but she wasn't the problem with Beetlejuice. But as Delia, she was amazing.
Yeah, like there's some stuff that you just forget that she might not have like a feature role, but if she's in stuff, she's a net positive.
Dude,
the Christopher Guest
I've
stuff,
loved her
the
forever.
Best in Show, like
yes,
all of those are amazing. But if you go back even further, SCTV, it's what launched like Martin Short, John Candy, the Bob and Doug McKenzie. It's just an amazing show.
Yeah,
it is. It was like Canada's answer to SNL. But man, it is amazing, and she is like the featured female, and she's just amazing in all of that. Yeah, she always has been. And then in every single role, she just really puts everything into it, and she's so different. But man, we lost a legend. It's it's really shitty.
Yeah, definitely.
It sucks, man.
Yeah, it's only 71 too. Like I'm being honest, I'm kind of shook by this. I don't know, between Rob Reiner 2 months ago and now
That's
this,
crazy. She was only 71. I feel like she's maybe it's just because of how many movies and how much stuff she's done. I felt like she was probably older than that. That's wild. Yeah, she was amazing, man. Just fucking awesome.
Nobody mentioned she was Sally in Nightmare Before Christmas too.
Oh,
like,
right.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
She just really like disappears into roles. She's amazing.
Yeah, I didn't mean to go out on a low note, but I'm still kind of processing this. Gray, what do you got coming up?
I do not know, but what is always a constant is every Tuesday on this very channel, whatever channel you're watching now, show back up on Tuesday. You hit the bell, hit the save and subscribe and all that stuff, because you want to be here. We're announcing something kind of special coming up for the next month or so, and we're going to need your help. But if you want to hear a seasoned, somewhat bitter comedian and two fans, one who happens to be a little bit more optimistic, and one who happens to be a little bit more of a gatekeeper. Check it out. We're talking about some comedy mistakes and stuff. So show up Tuesday. Good time.
Tuesday.
Bob, what do you got coming up in the near future?
Well, also on Tuesday over on my channel, we are going to have our 100th episode of Dad's Turn to Talk.
Yay!
Looking forward to that.
Congrats.
We're going to be talking Raiders of the Lost Ark. So the reason we had decided to do that, I was looking for a film that was an epic film. We were originally going to do like a football themed film for the Super Bowl, and then completely forgot that it was going to be our 100th episode. And I was like, nah, we need to do something more epic. So we're going to have we should have 2 or 3 different guests that we're going to have on with us. One of the guests looks like we might have Ben Rock on, who was the production designer on the Blair Witch Project. He's actually been on our show a couple of times. Once on a Halloween episode, actually, during our first year to talk Blair Witch, and then he was on a few months later talking RoboCop with us. So, but he should be on with us unless something falls through. But we should have a couple other guests as well, and that'll be a lot of fun. Because I'm still kind of on isolation. I haven't been able to get out to the theater, so I don't really have any new reviews out. So that's pretty much the only thing I got going on.
Nothing worth watching. Trust me.
I kind of wanted to see Send Help, but just haven't been able to get to the theater. So
the marketing's been interesting on that.
You mean the theater, sir?
Exactly that one.
Warren, what about your neck of the woods?
I'm going to be going live doing a draw stream at 8:00 West Coast time on Tuesday.
Man,
Wednesday.
Tuesday's a busy night, huh?
Yeah. So after you guys get done watching their stuff, come over and watch mine.
Nice.
Wednesday we've got Off the Shelf with me and Lapsed, and then Friday will be the last panel. I'm trying to, since I got to make content for my channel, and I've been trying to build that up, and I'm getting ready to start production on a new comic book. So I've been trying to balance my schedule better. So I've decided, like, on Saturdays and Sundays, it's going to be one day dedicated to making a video and some shorts, and then one day dedicated purely to writing and getting my comic book done. And right now, the production of the next comic book is going to start taking up all of the time that I'm not doing a show or along those lines, because I'm getting closer to getting to the point where I'm actually going to start drawing it. So it's going to be a lot of that stuff. You're going to be hearing a lot about squirrels here for the next couple months as I get full production of that going.
That's going to be awesome. I think it's going to be great. And you look like you've lost a lot of weight, by the way.
Oh, I didn't weigh myself when I started, but I was somewhere between 335 and 350, and I'm sitting around right now somewhere between 305 and 310. So
you look like you've lost weight.
Yeah,
So
I'm doing a lot really good. I feel really good. I did this entire month without cheating.
You stopped eating squirrels?
Yeah, I stopped eating squirrels. Well, they're good protein.
Not completely.
It's a little gamey, but chasing them down is a good calorie burn. But yeah, it's been going great, and I'm going to be real excited on Sunday because that'll be the first month down of this year journey. So it's been great for me. Really, 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 really good.
Nice. Best of luck.
Hell yeah, man. It's inspirational.
Lap
Now,
said
Sunday it's going to be pizzas and burgers.
Dude, I can't wait for Sunday. You inspired me to quit analog smoking, and goddamn, I can't wait.
I
I only chose 1 month.
digital.
I got TGIT Tuesday, the best day. Some, as Gray would say, some say the best comedy day. Some are saying it. I've heard it.
Fair enough, but
and, Wednesday, I got show with Warren. We're gonna be doing Batman Night Fight #4, which is the culmination of the whole book, and it's been fantastic. The last issue was fucking awesome, and yeah, and then Friday we'll be doing our top 10 animated Disney movies, which I think is going to be an interesting show.
Yeah, I hate children, so we'll see how that goes. I'm gonna be in trouble.
Well, I mean,
I
you
hate
can
them too, and I
kids,
got 5 of them.
but,
Why'd you keep making them?
Well, I adopted 3 because we supposedly couldn't have kids, and that turned out to be bullshit. And 3 months after we adopted, she got pregnant with the first one.
Never
Get a
listen
refund.
to it. Never listen to it. We were told after my daughter, oh, your wife will never carry the term. She won't even be able to get pregnant because it was such a horrifying pregnancy.
Mm,
And
As the
birth-
aforementioned Goldblum said, life will find a way.
that's
will
that's
find-
big baby trying to control
And
you.
then I remember 16 years later, I just remember she woke up one day and I was like, oh man, feel great. She's like, I don't feel good. And I went, no, no, because she's never sick. Like the woman is never sick.
Oh,
And yeah, but
oh.
we got my favorite child out of it. So there's that. I do
The
have favorites.
accident.
I have favorites, everyone. I do.
Nice.
They win points with me. No, I'm just joking. No, I'm not. I'm telling the truth. But yeah, that's about it. MSK has asked me to do a comic review with him. I don't know what's going to happen with that because honestly, I've explained that I will only review comics, and I don't want to have any conversations about
I don't think there's anything going on in the real world that's worth talking
It
about.
doesn't matter. It doesn't. You've been on his show. You've seen what happens.
Yes, I've talked about box office stuff on his channel before. Sure.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens. We'll see. But yeah, other than that, it's pretty much like this channel and comics, man.
Nice. Over on my neck of the woods, formally announced Friday, February 13th, members only comedy stream where me and the TGIT gang will do a live commentary on the very funny comedy Jason X,
Spacing.
otherwise known as Spacin'. Yeah.
That's amazing.
You look so excited.
No, it's not going to be fun.
I think the best part is
That's gonna be really fun.
my birthday is 2 days later. This is like a birthday present for me.
Mine's 4 days before, so I don't know.
Oh. The gift that keeps on giving is
Yeah.
spacing.
Yeah, so if you want to watch with us, become a member on Willis Media. I think patrons will have access to it a little bit later. It's weird how Patreon gets things first, but not it. I didn't make the rules. I just make them. TGIT on Tuesday. And there's stuff. I have like 5 unfinished things, and every now and again something gets finished before another. And the letterboxed characters, there's another piece that will be done. I guess it'll be short length. You know, the characteristics of letterboxed that kind of did well as a short. That might be done soonest, but maybe not in the next couple of days. But just keep an eye out and be sure to interact with everyone's channels, like, comment, subscribe, because it really helps. The algorithm really needs you to be interactive with our stuff. And we appreciate it in every sense of the word. So with that, Laps, do you have buttons?
I got buttons.